Hello and welcome to another video. In my previous video where I talked about my empties, I was talking about how I'm doing like a bit of a project pan, just trying to get rid of or use up, not get rid of, use up products that I own. And with my makeup, I'm doing a project pan and I'm kind of doing it like this month I will use rather than trying to finish particular products, because a lot of them are palettes and I don't think I'm gonna like use up a whole palette in a month kind of thing. So yeah, I thought I would do this. This is like this month, this is what I'm using. This is what's in my makeup bag this month that I am committed to using. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with my skincare. This doesn't really change up. I use the same things all the time with my skincare. I've already cleansed my face, just had a shower. So this is the Drops of Light Pure Healthy Brightening Serum from the Body Shop. It does come with like a pipette, but this is so run down that I can't reach it, so I have to just pour it out now. Ooh. Oh, I think that's like literally the last of it. Good thing I've got a backup. So yeah, that can go into my next month's empties, can't it? And then we're just gonna pat this onto the face. I really like this serum. I think it makes my skin look really like bright and fresh. And then I'm going to go in with the Drops of Light Pure Healthy Brightening Eye Cream, so it's the same range. I really like this eye cream because it's got like a little applicator thing, and this is so cold, which means that when I've got like a bit of a puffy eye situation, it really helps to like get rid of that, and it's just really nice in the morning to wake you up. It feels so good. Oh. And then for moisturiser, I'm going in with the Skin Repair Moisturiser from this Normal combination. This is the one that I was saying that was discontinued, but this is the normal combination, not the dry sensitive one. I have to give myself a bit of a face massage in the morning as well. I find that my face gets really puffy and my cheeks in the morning, so one way I like to like kind of combat that is just to like claw my knuckles like this and just along my jawline and then along your cheekbones. You can get like the gua sha tools and things like that which do this, but I mean, why bother when you can just use your fingers and do the other side. Now let's actually get into the makeup. So for primer, I am using the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Makeup Primer, because I used up my Becca one, which I love, which is my favourite, which I will be repurchasing, but I need to use this up before I allow myself to buy any more primers. It's alright, it does the job. It's just not cruelty free. I got it free. I didn't buy this. I got it free as like a free gift when I bought some stuff from Boots online, and a lot of the stuff in there wasn't cruelty free makeup. And unfortunately you can't opt out of getting free gifts, which I just think is so annoying and so wasteful, because there were products in there that I just wasn't going to use. There was so much packaging, so unnecessary. So like, can companies sort that out please, so that we don't have to have free gifts if we don't want them. On top of this primer, I'm going to go in with the Drops of Glow Illuminating Luster Finish Creator from the Body Shop. This is really nice. I kind of like to use this on top of it, because then it kind of gives the same effect as that Becca primer. So my house is like a coach house, so there's like cars underneath us, and our neighbours like slam their car doors and it shakes the whole house. So can you not? This house is so funny as well. It creaks a lot, and I said as a joke, if you do the thing where you say something as a joke and then you end up freaking yourself out, so I said as a joke to Pete that that there's someone living in the attic, because it genuinely sounds like someone's walking around up there, because it just creaks and like in different places. So I said that as a joke, and now I'm a little bit freaked out myself by it, to be honest. So cool. So for foundation, I'm using the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur foundation. It's a nice foundation, it's just not my favourite. I think it can look a little bit dry on my skin, but then I have really dry skin, so I take like a pump and a half. And my sponge, I find applying it with a sponge does help. It just keeps a little bit more moisture in, and you can really bounce it into the skin as well. So you can kind of see the coverage. It's like a medium coverage. I don't think it's particularly buildable either. It is kind of just a flat out medium. I do spend quite a bit of time bouncing my foundation in because I just want it to look really like skin-like. I don't know if you can see, but in person it looks, I like my skin to look real. And I find the longer you spend blending it in and bouncing into the skin, the more real your skin looks. It's almost like it fuses with it. So yeah, that is my foundation done. And then concealer, this is the Body Shop Matte Clay Full Coverage Concealer in 001. I like this for under my eyes because it's got more of a pinky peachy tone. I'm nearly out of it, I'm nearly finished with it. It's just not my favourite format. I don't really like creamy ones like this. I'd rather have it in like a wand and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. So I just put that under my eyes. I'm really struggling to get it out. Oh. So where I focus my concealer is like right on the inside of the inner corner of the eye, on the socket, and then just on the outside as well. I find that gives a similar kind of effect to the, you know, the big triangle thing that everyone was obsessed with doing. It gives a similar kind of look, but with like an eighth of the product. So you still get that lift on the outer corner, and I do find that I get most of my discoloration and my darkness right on my outside here, and right on the inside here as well. And then just go in with my sponge. This is the Real Technique sponge, in case you wanted to know. And then powder. Oh, I'm in a bit of a, I don't know whether to just get rid of this powder. This is the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. I really like the finish of it, but see if you can work out why I don't like it. This is the shade Porcelain. This is the lightest shade they do of this. It looks like it could almost be a bronzer on me. It is pretty translucent though, it doesn't come off that dark, so it's okay, but I just find that if I put too much on, you can really see it because the colour's not quite right. But I just use like a big brush and hold it quite far back so I'm not putting too much pressure on my face when I'm putting it on. It has got a really nice finish though. It's almost, I wouldn't say it's got a sheen to it, but it's like glowy. It's like matte but not matte. Let's go on to bronzer. So this is the e.l.f. Natural Glow Face Palette. It's got a huge mirror, which is great. But it's got a bronzy colour, 2 blushes, and this highlight. This highlight is rubbish. That's why I never reach for this palette, which is why it's just been sat there not being used. But the bronzer is a really nice colour, and these 2 blushes are to die for. So yeah, I'm going to take like a loose angled brush, dap it into this, and into the bronzer colour. And I like to like smush it on my hand to just get some of that colour off, so it's not too much. And just take that along my cheekbones and up into my hairline and across my temples. So this kind of like C shape here. Okay, and then I'll just do, so you can see it's giving me a little bit of shape and definition, and I'll just do the same on the other side. So for blush, these 2 colours are like pretty similar. One's just slightly deeper than the other. I just kind of like bounce between them and then take it on my cheeks really gently. So it does just give like a really nice, it's really difficult to see because it's quite a light colour and I don't really go ham with my blush. I find if I put too much blush on I can look a bit like a clown because pale. But I just like to take it kind of along the cheekbone. I don't put too much on the centre of my, or like on my apples. I find that it can make my face look quite wide. So I'm almost putting it right above, almost with the bronzer. There you go, just give me a nice little flush. And then whatever's left on my brush, I take on my apples like that, just to, on my nose. Because I don't know if I'm Gen Z or millennial, so we do both things. There is that, and then I go in with highlight. Yes, I do my entire face before I do my eyes. Is that weird? I think that's weird, but That's just how I do it. And then this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. This is just a mini. I have the full size, but the mini's nearly used up, so I might as well just use it up. I take it on like a brush. And it's so difficult to see with this lighting, but it's so pretty. Just kind of like dust that over. Is it catching the light? I don't really know. I take it down the centre of my nose, and then up here, kind of everywhere. And I really like to buff it into the skin and blend it. I find that if you just like, and then leave it, it can look really harsh and like you've got a stripe of shimmer on your face, which isn't the goal. And then I like to take that on the apples of my cheeks as well, because I just think it looks really cute when you smile and then it captures the light. It's just like, ah, fresh, fresh. So that's that. Eyebrows. I think the reason I like to do like my bronzer and my blush and my highlight before my eyes is that I like to make sure that everything's blended properly in my eyebrows. If I do my eyebrows and then try and put my bronzer on, it's like I'm trying to kind of avoid my eyebrows and I end up with like a weird pale patch where I've avoided my eyebrows. So I think that's why I do it. But the eyebrows, I'm just using the Body Shop 3-in-1 contouring brow pen. I only really use the pencil side of it. This has got like the pencil and then it's got a powder, which is fine. And then this gel, I really don't enjoy this gel, to be quite honest. I just find it's really wet and difficult to use, and I don't think the brush is particularly easy to use either. It just puts way too much product on. So yeah, I'm just going to use up this pencil and then be done with this one. I mean, like, they're sisters, they're not twins, but I think one of them was definitely the Milkman's. But we move. This one's a bit far in, isn't it? Whoopsie. Whatever. That'll do. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel mascara thing. It's just clear. I find tinted brow gels, I used to love a tinted brow gel, but I find that they can be really unforgiving. Whereas with this, you can just kind of go like, woohoo! And because it's clear, it doesn't show up if you get it not on your eyebrow, which is great. I like to like really brush my brows up and make them look super fluffy. And then on the end, I'm not a huge fan of like this sticking out, so I just kind of like brush that back down. But these front hairs can be as wild as they like. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Da 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 da. There we go. So that is like my face and my base done. Now is the fun part, which is eyes. I'm also using the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. I have a love-hate relationship with this eyeshadow palette. I like it. I think it's like pretty. However, it's not the original Naked, and this was supposed to replace that, wasn't it? And nothing will ever replace the original Naked palette in my heart. And I just don't think the colour story or like the colours are as good. I know that the Naked palette, looking back at it now, it isn't groundbreaking, but it was at the time. And it just would have been nice if they'd just changed the packaging rather than completely changing everything. I think they should have just relaunched the original Naked and everyone would have gone wild for it. I would have bought another one, but we move. I'm going to go with, I need to stop saying that as well, it's lame. I'm going to go in with the colour Blur, this colour here. It's like a matte kind of beige colour, which on most people would probably just be like a skin tone colour. However, it's a bit, it does add a bit of a contour to me, if you can see it, you can actually see the colour, because basically a piece of paper. But I like to use this and kind of take it quite far up because it just helps everything else blend out that I put on. I don't really know what I want to do today. I'm going to take the colour Bucked, which is this one here, this nice matte kind of, I want to say neutral. Is it neutral? It's a bit, I think it's quite warm. on like a slightly smaller crease brush and just put that right in my crease. And then I go back in with my other brush and just use that to soften it out. Let's do Burn, which is this colour here, on like a little short brush type of thing. And then I'm just gonna, I keep going up too high, put that right on my outer corner. Just like that. My concentrating face is just so pretty. I'm kind of just like placing the product, I'm not blending it yet. And then I go in with that brush that I used with the colour Bucked and just soften those edges. Like that. I'm trying to kind of keep a kind of shape. I'm not doing so good on this side. Whoops. There we go. I'm not the best at eyeshadow. I don't wear it that often, to be honest. I used to wear it all the time. I used to be obsessed with like matching my eyeshadow to the clothes I was wearing. I'm just taking that same colour and putting it on my lower lash line. Like that. I'm going to take the colour Angel Fire, which is this shade here. It's a bit crumbly. I'm not a huge fan of this texture. And put that on my inner corner and like on a part of my lid that doesn't have anything on it. It's not really doing much, is it? I really want to love this shade. It's like such a pretty shade if you can get it to work, but it's just such a faff. Like, if I do it with my finger and then, where can I do it? Let's do it here. And then put that there, like you can see it's like such a gorgeous like shimmery pinky gold colour. But it's just such a faff to try and get to work on your eye. Let's try it wet. So I've just put it on my brush and I'm putting a bit of setting spray on it. Oh look, that's better, isn't it? There we go. Right, I'm not doing that anymore. All of that. I'm just gonna take that brush that I used with Bucked, soften those edges, and then kind of tap over where those two colours meet so that it's not a line. And then I think I'm going to call it quits there. I'm kind of bored of that. That's why I never do my eyeshadow anymore. I put like 3 colours on. I'm like, nah, I'm done, I'm bored. So that's my eyeshadow look for today apparently. Do I want to add eyeliner? Not really. So let's just go with, oh, let's add a pencil liner. I'm going to tightline my upper lash line. Ooh, I never put eyeliner in my waterline. Should I do it? Wow, smoky. I used to do that all the time. And I think I just stopped doing it because it's a bit much. I might do one of those videos where it's like, how I used to do my makeup at school, because oh my goodness, that was a journey. I went through like a proper heavy emo makeup phase. I think it might be quite fun to try and recreate that. This is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. This is another one of those things that came in that freaking free gift from Boots. Okie dokie, she cute. And then, is that all right? It looks fine. Then lips. I'm currently using this Wet n Wild lipstick in Sandstorm with this random lip liner that I think I got off Amazon. I used to hate using lip liner. I still don't use lip liner that much. I have like a whole thing of lip liners that I barely use. I only really use them if I'm doing like really dark colours. But even then, I'm just not very good at doing lip liner. So bear with. I don't really overdraw my lips. I do a little, like a tiny bit on this outside of my top lip because I think that's where I'm like lacking volume. Right, there's that, and then this is the Wet n Wild lipstick in Sandstorm. There's that, and we can keep this matte, or that lip liner is slightly darker as well, so it kind of gives you like a kind of look. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. There we go. And there we go, that is the finished look. I'm gonna go and do my hair and then I'll be back and show you the final look. So there we go, that is the finished look with my hair dried and done, kind of. I don't really know what to do with my hair at the moment, it's too long. But we just got kind of like a smoky-ish, glowy skin, bolder lip. Let's go over to the window, that'll probably be a better lighting situation. Oh, there you go, you can kind of see now. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Glowy skin, nice lip, smoky kind of eye. It's really nice. Yeah, there we go. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favourite makeup is at the moment, what you're using up. Yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.